All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of CHA Racing. Once again, this is going to be a video, I'm sure you'll see by the title, but this video is not in regard to my FRS, but this one's in regard to my H3 Hummer. So this video is going to have a bunch of things that I don't necessarily like about my Hummer, or things that have broken on it since I've owned it. So yeah, we'll go through that right now. All right, guys, to start off, we're gonna start at the front of the vehicle, and then we'll move to the back of the vehicle, and then to the interior. So to start off is the windshield. So this windshield is flat, as you can see. Everything that comes off of the road typically aims right at that windshield. I've had to replace it since I've owned it, rocks and stuff. So it does catch a lot of things, and that becomes a problem. So the next thing I'm gonna add is these plastic panels that go around the window. As you can see, mine's broken. And I've seen it on a couple of them. There's a little plastic tab in there, and the tab breaks, and then it comes up. It's only held on basically by a screw right now, and then down at the bottom where it clips in. So in the highway speed, you can hear this. It kind of makes like a howl, which is, it's kind of annoying. All right, next thing I'm gonna point out is this fake chrome. This fake chrome looks awful. First off, I'm not a fan of chrome by any means, but as you can see, it starts to peel up, like right here. And it does that on everywhere that there's chrome. So it has it on the handles, this back handle. The worst one though, obviously, is the one that's most used, which is the driver's front. So that one, I went to grab it one day, and it's peeled off on the side. I went to grab it, was pulling my hand back, and I cut my finger open because it's sharp. This stuff is like I guess it's like a wrapped chrome something, I don't know. Also to add, these things have these loose door handles, and I've seen it on a lot of them. They're terrible. Next thing to add in here is the fact that this door, it doesn't open like a regular door. Oh man, it's heavy. The door opens out. So when it does, I mean, the vehicle's already kind of long how it is. So when you are in a parking lot and you're trying to load groceries into it, you swing open the door and you're halfway out into the parking lot. And it's kind of embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of annoying. Next thing we'll add is the cargo space itself. So the way that it's designed, it comes down, and then these, for the storage compartment, it kicks out a few inches, and then it comes down, and it does the same thing over here for the sub. So you just take out, like, what is that, like 3 inches, 3 or 4 inches total. All right, moving on to the interior. So a problem with these is definitely these, no, there we go, see, it comes off. So after time, these elastic little bands become very loose. And here, I'll take this off. This is my little fix to it. So as you can see, it's just loose. So there's no more resistance. So it becomes loose, and they sag. So every time that my child gets in here and he bumps it, it would fall. The whole thing would just fall off, and everything that was in the cargo net also falls off, which is kind of annoying. So my quick fix was to throw some bungee cords on it to pull some tension. There's actually a guy on one of the Hummer forums who's making, it's like a kit that replaces these clips, and it's supposed to fix that problem because, as you can see, that's just loose. Next thing I'll add is when you go to put the seats down for the trunk space, you drop the bottom part, and then you bring the top down. Well, if you have your seat in a position, I'm not even that tall, and it's already bumping onto it, as you can see. So it won't go down. You can force it down, but that's stupid. So to put the seat down in the back, you then have to come up here, pull the seat forward, roll it forward, then come back here, grab the clip, and put it down and hope that it doesn't hit it, because when it does, then it hits this net, and again, the net falls off. Something else that I'll add, so when you put the seats down, both the seats fold down the same way. When you put it down, it's not flat. This has like a solid 5 inches. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. Has like a solid 5 inches that it sits up, so you can't put anything in here flat, which is, it's kind of annoying. All right, next thing I'm gonna add in here is the interior storage space. The last vehicle I had, it was a Jeep Commander Limited, and it had storage space everywhere, all through the dash, in the middle, in the back of the seats. It had the fold down seats. It had storage in the trunk. It had the pockets. It had storage. I'm pretty sure it had storage up here. Storage everywhere. This, not so much. You get a side pocket. Throw something in there. You get a small coin tray thing right there. 2 cup holders, and then they give you this massive Narnia closet.
For Narnia and for
It just goes on forever and gets filled with junk, and you can never find anything. I try to stay out of here if I can. Next, the glove box is not very big either. And as you can tell, the handle is broke because it's plastic. And my wife was opening it. It's not even that hard, and she pulled it and it broke off. So what we did for storage is my wife actually picked up one of these off of Amazon, I believe, for Christmas. And it clips into the little clip that you have in the front. You just pop the cap off and this sets right in, so you get an extra bit of storage space, which is pretty awesome. All right, next thing I'll add, and you've probably seen it already, is these seats, like that one, massive rip as well. And that's from people getting in and out. It was like this when I bought it, but this seat has like no cushion anymore on the side. So what happens is people get in. It's not as bad on the other side, obviously, because this one's used way more than that one. So when somebody sits on it, you can see that the whole plastic piece here pushes down. But when it pushes down on the buttons, so the buttons are kind of worn out. So lumbar sometimes works, and then it doesn't work, and it just continuously pulls down. The one on the other side is actually broke. The whole thing it's just flopping around. All right, next thing I'm gonna add, I guess I can put this on the broke list because it would be cool if it worked. It would be awesome if it worked. When you put it into reverse, when I bought it, I put it in reverse and I heard a noise coming from up here. Didn't know what it was. A friend of mine actually said, "Why is your mirror so thick?" I was like, I don't know. I put it in reverse, he heard it, and he said, "Hold on." So what he showed me was,
one eternity later.
all right, what he showed me was over here is a slide out. When you put it in reverse, it's supposed to slide out. And there's little mark, I doubt you can see it, but there's little marks here that show the area that's going for a reverse camera, which is pretty cool, but it doesn't work, unfortunately. And it's expensive. I looked it up to replace it, and it's very expensive to replace that. All right, so something I completely forgot to even mention was, I guess this is kind of my fault as well. So the fenders stick out a bit. You can see on the side, they stick out and then it curves back in. I did a little bit bigger. I guess it's just the optional tire size that you could get with the H3 Alphas, or maybe even the regular one too. I guess it's just an option for the H3s in general. I did the oversized wheels, which was the 285 75/16. Well, when you're driving, you can have a clean truck all day long. You hit any bit of dirt or any water on the road, it'll actually kick up and sling dirt all across the side, and then it always piles up right here. Not only does dirt do it, but it's rocks as well. So when rocks kick off the front tires or get stuck in the front tires and they fly back, they hit right here. So almost everyone that I see that has these, there's a bunch of paint chips right here because it's rocks happening. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is just another episode of things that it's another Hummer episode of things that I don't really like about it or are broke on it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please consider subscribing and giving it a thumbs up, and you can comment, and I can, if you have any questions about this thing, I can answer however, whenever. Once again, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed. Stay awesome.
Yeah, I'm all in. Brody on the line, I'm tapping in. God out here pulling the strings for me. A girl on the line, she feeling me. Preoccupied by the motivation. Put in the time, pay the entry fee. Bro on the right, yeah, he kinda nice. Inside of my mind, no one's real as me. Lately, life has been gorgeous. Wake up to clear, my eyes hit record. Praise up to God, I ain't chasing no bitch. Swinging and miss, got me hitting these licks. I get the orders, don't get it distorted. Disconnected, I've been cordless, I've been cordial, I've been exploring.